Countless cops think they're Elliot Ness. They think they're untouchable, wielding their blue uniform as a license to enforce the law as they see fit. In today's video, we'll be looking at instances where cops have unnecessarily escalated situations with citizens. So let's go to the videos. Two cops decided to approach a citizen who was protesting in the city center. The two acted as if the man had committed a crime even though his protest was a legally protected and supported activity. With this kind of approach, the cops are threatening this man's freedom of movement and freedom of speech. Because of such things, the cops can lose their qualified immunity. Rightly so. Even though the man let the officers know that he knew his rights, the cops didn't listen to him and asked for his ID.
What's up?
You're
What?
breaking city code ordinance.
How? I'm protesting.
City code ordinance 402.
I'm protesting. You can't make a crime out of the First Amendment. What ordinance am I breaking?
Okay, you can look at it if you would like. Do you have any identification on you?
Well, what's the ordinance? I need to know the ordinance that I'm committing first.
1402.
And what is
Do you
that?
have any identification on you?
What crime did I commit? This is a civil. This is civil. This is not criminal. This is civil, correct? Is it civil or is it criminal?
Listen to what he's telling you. You violated City Code Ordinance 14-2 because of the use of the bullhorn, okay? You can stand out here and talk all you want and use your sign, do whatever you want, but you can't use the bullhorn. It's in the statute right here, 14-2. So, he's asking you for an ID. Do you have one or not?
I have a question before I present any ID. Is it a criminal offense or is it a civil offense?
It's a City Code violation.
And is that civil or criminal? It's a simple question. Civil?
It's a
Civil? Thank you. So it's not criminal. That means I've not committed a crime. So what is your reasonable cause of suspicion for the ID then? Wait, did we talk on when?
No, I've never talked to you.
No, not you then. I don't know who it was.
One of the cops escalated the situation when he began to threaten the man that he would be arrested for obstructing the police. What this cop obviously doesn't know is that obstructing police is a secondary crime, and they can't possibly arrest the man for that. At one point, the cop told the man that he knew him because he protested 2 weeks ago in the same place. Well, if he knows him, why does he need to ask him for an ID? His ignorance of the law was also seen when he said that he gets paid to know people.
Civilly, okay, it rules that you have to evade it, which means cease it. Okay?
Correct.
So, if we have to come out here again, you're getting a $100 fine.
Okay.
And if you refuse to stop the bullhorn, you will be arrested for obstruction.
Obstruction.
Yes.
But it's protesting. You can't make...
No, ceasing, no. It'd be ceasing the orders. We respect your protest right.
Clearly not. But when
Yeah.
the pro-choicers were out here, you didn't but give them this.
That's not true. I was not even here for that.
A bunch of y'all's chief was out here.
Listen, Lewis.
Davis, I believe.
Lewis.
How do you know my name?
Because I know you from 2 weeks ago when you were here, or 3
So I thought we didn't talk though.
I didn't talk, but I'm paid to know people, okay? So I know who you are because we have to address complaints we receive.
So if you know who I am, then why are you asking me for my ID?
Because I don't know who you are.
Oh, he just said
I
it.
don't remember your full name. I just remember somebody's first name. That's it. Okay. We respect your ability to protest.
Clearly.
We respect your sign. We respect that. Okay.
The cops then decided to make up problems just to get an ID from this man. So at one point, they said that they had received many complaints about him, but when they realized that he was not a threat to anyone, that story fell apart. The next claim was that the man had committed a crime. You won't believe it, but one of the cops actually thought that the man had committed a crime because he didn't want to give him his ID. This cop simply didn't understand the law that says that someone has to commit a crime for the police to have authority to ask for ID.
The thing is, when we get a complaint and the use of the bullhorn, and then we witnessed it, we had to do it.
The pro-choicers were out here 2 weeks ago with bullhorns.
I can't address that, sir.
Oh, but you won't give them a noise ordinance when they are making a crap ton of noise. But I have to get addressed.
Well, do you understand the 14-2?
But why didn't... So this is malicious. This is malicious.
Lewis, look, Google City of Punta Gorda ordinances, look that up and you'll see it.
It's clearly unconstitutional. And
Do you have an ID on you or not?
what's the crime I committed? What crime did I commit?
So you do not have an ID on you?
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. What crime did I
Are you
commit?
going to provide an ID?
What crime did I commit? Answer me what crime I committed, and I'll present an ID. If you can say at Florida statute that I have violated,
Lewis,
which is a crime,
You have violated.
it's civil. That's civil, correct?
Lewis? Okay, so is speeding. Okay.
That's traffic is different from
Lewis?
civil.
Lewis, they're both civil. Okay. All right, we're done. Okay. You understand that the bullhorn is not longer allowed use. Okay. If you want to fight it in the code board. Okay. Once.
Oh, the kangaroo court, right?
When the officers realized that they couldn't deal with this man, they decided to leave. Then one of the cops told the man to take their arrival as a warning. He added that if he wants to protest in the future, he must ask permission from the government. What do you say to an officer who thinks that citizens need a license to move freely and exercise their freedom of speech? Let's just hope he gets fired as soon as possible.
Okay. It's up to you. All right? Have a good day. You confirm?
Nope, because I didn't commit any crime.
Have a good day.
Committed no crime.
Hey, talk to your buddy. He wants to talk to you.
Okay, and he can wait and I'll address him.
Lewis, we agree with good discourse, okay?
Clearly not. I have the right to
Lewis,
protest.
Can you just listen to me? Okay? This has nothing to do with your sign or your ability to protest.
Clearly it does, because I'm using this as an instrument of protest. True or not true?
No.
So I'm not using this to protest. I'm not using this to get my message, right?
Okay, unless you get a permit from the city for that.
So I have to have a permit to exercise a constitutional right.
No, to use a bullhorn to disrupt other people.
It's a protest. You cannot make a crime out of the First Amendment.
No, it's a civil infraction. Take it to the board.
I will be taking it to the board. Fucking pigs.
While returning home, a man saw 4 police cars parked in his neighborhood. Concerned about a potential issue, he decided to approach the female cop to get more information. When he politely asked what was going on, she replied that it was none of his business and that their arrival didn't involve him. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure a public servant shouldn't be speaking to a citizen like this.
Great. And what don't I need to worry about?
This is police business right now. You don't need to worry about what's going on. It doesn't involve you.
Okay, well, I'm seeing 4 cars in my neighborhood.
Okay.
You think it's professional to say don't worry about it? Or you
Yes,
think
sir.
it's professional to say we have an incident or we're just catching up on reports? It wasn't very professional to say don't worry about it. It was very dismissive.
Because it's a police.
Hi, can I get your name and badge number?
Sure, Sergeant Cunha, badge number 2257.
Are you her supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm done with you. So I approached her. I just said, hey, what's going on? I'm filming. She says, don't worry about it. And I asked her for her name and badge number. Then there's this whole, all on camera, super slow, moving, take my time. It's all a show of disrespect. Is it respectful when a citizen in their neighborhood is concerned about 4 police cars asking and she says, don't worry about it? Is that professional behavior?
Well, what is the initial concern as far as...
I live in this neighborhood. I see 4 police vehicles
Okay.
huddled over here.
Okay.
I come over. I'm wondering if is there a public safety concern? Has there been a theft? Has there been any crime? And so I ask her and she says, don't worry about it. Police business, don't worry about it. Is that what you said?
Although the female cop was in the wrong, her sergeant fed her ego when he defended her bad attitude. He even told the man that he shouldn't harass the cops. Tell me, how exactly did he harass them? It's the cop who shouldn't be rude to the man. However, the sergeant didn't display any knowledge of the law, so the man decided to ask for his supervisor.
Yeah, I told you didn't need to worry about it because you weren't involved.
Yeah. Did you do it with attitude? Remember, you're on camera. Did you do it with attitude?
It depends on if you believe I have attitude.
I'm asking you. Did you do it with attitude? You don't need to protect her. I'm asking you a question.
Are you done with me or not?
I'm not done with you. Did you give it with attitude? You're on camera.
Go ahead, go back and take it.
So you're protecting her?
I'm not
She mistreated a citizen, and now you're running interference.
I'm also not going to have you belittle her.
I'm belittling her?
You are. So here...
I'm belittling her by asking her questions. That's a false narrative.
You said you
Now I need your supervisor.
You said you were done with her, so you were talking to me.
I'm not able to change my mind?
Okay. What do you need, sir? Well, how can I help you?
She's disrespectful.
Okay.
And you're backing her up.
I will talk to her about it, and we can move on from this.
Okay, I'd like an incident number because I'm going to follow up with you.
You're not going to get an incident number. There's nothing
I'd like your supervisor, please. I'll make time for you.
Okay.
I'll make time for you.
To the surprise of absolutely no one, the sergeant refused to call his supervisor, insisting that he was the supervisor. He acted as if he was above the law and had no one above him. The man explained that he wanted someone else because he disliked this sergeant's handling of the situation and the female cop's attitude towards him. The sergeant then mentioned that they were having a meeting to discuss how to address the reported problem, and the rude female officer was making a report. The real question is, what does all this have to do with the man's complaint about his employee's behavior? The sergeant assured the man that he would address the issue with her later and explained that she needed to be nicer to citizens. Now, do you think the man should believe him?
Guys, are you getting a supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
Okay, I'm asking for your supervisor because you're not handling it appropriately.
I'm not handling what appropriately.
You're creating a false narrative that I'm belittling her. It's all on camera.
I know it is.
She is the one that initiated with the poor attitude. Now I'm asking her about that poor attitude.
You asked what was going on because there are 4 cop cars.
Correct.
Right. This is a solid brick building that we can park backed up and be safe to make sure that there's no one going to attack us from behind.
Oh, it's police safety.
Hold on.
Police safety?
I wasn't done.
Okay.
This is also one of the highest calls for service neighborhoods that we have in the city. That's why you see 4 of us. The other reason is they all work for me. We were having a meeting before we got flagged down, and another citizen said there was a situation going on.
Okay.
Okay. She was doing a report that she was doing once we walked away.
That's all fine.
Okay.
That's all.
So
that's all reasonable.
Okay.
What's unreasonable is her attitude.
To make matters worse, the sergeant asserted that it was the man's fault that the female officer wasn't polite to him. According to him, the man approached with arrogance and didn't address the female officer kindly. However, the man had a reasonable explanation for the cop. He was simply concerned because he wanted to know what was happening in his own neighborhood.
Police business, none of your business. Thick with attitude. You guys are never going to get out from under this if you don't change your attitudes. We're allowed to ask you questions. We're allowed to move unimpeded. You guys are not allowed to give us attitude. You can't just give a normal citizen attitude.
Right, but
you work for us.
I'm also not going to stand here and have you belittle her.
So I just want to be clear here. Me asking her intent by what she said is belittling her.
See, it's very different now, your tone of voice, from when she was standing.
I have it all on video.
I
sure,
know you do.
Sure, people get upset when they're
Right,
spoken
so you're
to
not gonna
disrespectfully.
you're not gonna belittle
She
her in front
initiated
of
that.
me.
I wasn't belittling her. We can go back to the tone. Was I?
Okay, we can go back
Yeah.
to the tone.
Yeah, but you're not handling this appropriately. Who's your supervisor?
I'm not handling this so you tell me how to handle this.
How are you going to correct her behavior?
That's an internal thing.
Okay, see, that's why you're handling it inappropriately. May I see your supervisor, please?
Even though the man requested the supervisor 4 times, the sergeant feigned ignorance and refrained from making any calls despite it being his duty to do so. It appears that some cops may be opposed to certain rules where citizens can assert their rights, perhaps viewing such requests as a challenge to their authority.
Okay, there's a supervisor. There's a shift commander, correct?
There is.
Okay, why are you being evasive?
I'm not being evasive.
I've asked for a supervisor how many times now?
Do you want to speak to my supervisor who's offered?
Did I not enunciate that clearly?
Are you
that I would like a supervisor? Did I say your supervisor?
You did say my supervisor.
Okay. May I have a supervisor?
You're speaking to a supervisor.
Oh my God. See, this is what we deal with. This round and around, deliberately obtuse. Does anybody on this recording think that I haven't asked for a supervisor clearly?
You asked for my supervisor. My supervisor is off.
I've since corrected that.
Now you've since corrected that.
Oh, you don't understand the conversation.
You just asked again.
Dude, you
for
are
my
garbage.
supervisor.
You are garbage.
Garbage.
Yes. Why are you behaving this way?
I'm going off of your questions. You asked for a supervisor. I told you I was a supervisor. Then you asked for my supervisor who's off.
I know this tactic, this word game, but on video you look silly. Okay. You look absolutely. I may have said your supervisor, but I quickly corrected.
No, you didn't quickly correct.
Yeah, I corrected myself.
You want to speak?
No,
to the
no,
watch
we've been there
commander?
like 5 times now, right?
You want to speak to the watch commander? No problem.
No problem. This could all have been avoided if she would have just been polite when I interacted with her.
Yes, sir. Are you available to come out to
Garbage.
the post office?
The man decided to stir things up a bit and began filming their vehicles. As he guessed, they all took the bait. One of the cops approached him, asserting that he had no right to film their vehicles. Another cop even attempted to push the man away from the police car. Well, great, now he could potentially be sued for battery. Nevertheless, the man made a valid point. He could lean against their car if he wanted to. All the cops together couldn't outsmart this man. Who knows? Let's hope most of the officers were fired upon returning to the police stations for such awful behavior. But one thing is for sure, they all became YouTube stars.
Sir, we're giving you a safe distance to stay away from the cruiser, which is perfectly fine.
I have every right to be around this cruiser.
I'm telling you, you need to stay a safe distance away. What we determine what the safe distance is what we tell you it is.
Are you threatening me with arrest?
No, we're telling you.
Okay, then I'm declining. I'm free to move in public. This is a public area.
Okay. And I'm telling you.
You're asking me. You're asking me.
No, I am telling you.
Is it a lawful order?
I am telling you.
Is it a lawful order?
Are you going to listen or are you going to keep interrupting?
Away from the
now
vehicle.
He's creating.
We have weapons in the vehicle that you are not going to access to, and you are not going to film.
I'm allowed to be around your vehicles, buddy. Get used to it. This is the way it's going to be. You understand?
That's fine.
Yeah. Free to record.
Please back away from the vehicle.
Don't create unwanted touching.
I'm not touching you.
Okay, you're getting very close to me.
I am not touching you.
You're getting very close to me.
Back away from the vehicle.
You're getting very close to me.
Back away from the vehicle.
You're threatening me. I can be near this vehicle.
Back away from the vehicle.
I can lean against this vehicle. I can hang out against. Sir, now he's pushing me.
Stay
that
away
was
from
good.
the vehicle,
I can.
sir.
I can lean on the vehicle.
I'm telling you, you cannot.
You don't have the authority.
Huh?
You don't have the authority.
So you're gonna block me?
Threaten me with arrest.
Sir, you're gonna block me from from possibly leaving the area?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna sit
Get
on
off
your.
of my car.
I'm gonna sit on your bumper.
Get off of my car right now. Okay.
A man was exercising his constitutional rights by filming a police car parked on the sidewalk. When a cop driving past saw the man filming, he approached him. Naturally, the cop claimed that the man was interrupting his investigation. However, the man wasn't actually getting in the way of the police investigation. He simply chose to observe them. After all, it was the cop who approached him. What if the cop was doing something illegal? However, bad cops don't need much to start acting inappropriately. Since when is anyone allowed to park their car on the sidewalk? This same cop would write a ticket to anyone parked on the sidewalk, yet he considered himself entitled to do so.
Okay, well, you're getting right up next to my vehicle. It's not a safety thing, so
Go do your job.
I'm trying to do my job. but
Okay,
you're-
go do it.
Okay.
ADD, go. Bye.
Can I help you?
No.
Okay. What?
What?
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not either.
Okay.
Okay. You wanna go stand on the sidewalk? That was a dumb question.
I'm in the middle of investigation.
That was a dumb question. You should just do your investigation and leave me alone.
Well, you're
I'm not doing anything. I'm watching you guys.
Yeah, but you're-
Are you doing something you don't want me to see? Okay, then don't worry about me. Just like he was not worried about me.
Yeah, but when you were walking up next to
Yeah.
the vehicle,
I can do that.
but you're
Right? I can do that, right?
it's not-
If I couldn't, you would have already done something about it, right? So do your job and leave me alone.
if you approach
Do
my
your job and leave me alone. I ain't doing nothing wrong.
over there,
No.
okay, then I have to stand right
Okay. Stand right there then. Okay. That's dumb. There's no point in that.
I'm not going to sit in my vehicle. with you
Okay.
standing right
What's your name, badge number?
there. Officer Salmon, 25721.
Okay.
The man decided to educate the cop about his rights. He began filming inside the police car, asserting that he had the right to. However, this upset the policeman even more. The cop's heightened discomfort seemed suspicious, especially when the man started recording the vehicle's interior. He acted as if he had alcohol or some illegal substances inside. Despite the cop's uneasiness, the man stood firm in asserting his rights, making it clear that the cop had no authority over him.
There's nothing wrong. I can come over here. Look, do you have your camera clear? Look,
If you review the
look,
entire
I can do all this. Like,
If you review the entire
what? You want to block my camera? You got? Are you hiding something in here, or
there's personal
you got some drugs, or are you drunk, or what's wrong?
All right, sir. I need you to step away from our vehicles.
Okay.
All right.
Don't touch me.
Keep going.
Don't touch me. Get your hands off me.
Keep going.
No. Put tape up.
If you keep coming here,
Put tape up. There's no tape. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
okay, but
I know my rights,
This-
bro.
this is our
I already do
investigation.
this. I do this all the time.
I get that.
Okay.
This is our investigation.
Okay.
If you keep coming towards the vehicles,
Okay.
I will
You
push you
you
away.
peed your pants. Is what's wrong.
No,
Yeah. You wet?
no.
You're wet and it's cold, right?
Huh?
That sucks.
I can't hear you.
You heard me. You're wet and it's cold.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay. Well, go do your job.
Well, I'm trying.
Go finish your investigation. I'm where you want me.
Okay.
Right here. I'm right here where you want me.
If you
Go do your job.
The situation took an intriguing turn when the cop attempted to lay hands on the man. It turns out that the cops had arrested someone just before the man arrived to film. Strangely, they acted as if the man was not allowed to disclose information about the arrest or the reasons behind it. It was evident that they had mishandled something. It just wasn't clear what.
I'll go to jail.
Blah, blah, blah. Go do your job.
understand?
Go do your job.
Okay.
I'm where you want me.
Okay.
So you should have nothing else to say. This is my neighborhood, my parking lot, not yours. I run a business here. Don't worry about it. I don't answer your questions. I'm not bothering you. Your ADD is bothering you. Okay. How rude of you to put your hands on me. That doesn't give you a right to put your hands on me. You asked me to step aside. You and you're listening. You're outstepping your boundaries right now. Yeah, you are. Sure I am. What investigation do you have going on? You already arrested the guy.
Despite their confidence that they were following the correct procedures, these cops only succeeded in making their department appear suspicious. The man had a suggestion for them. Instead of pretending they were still in the middle of an investigation, they should focus on their actual responsibilities. With numerous issues like drunk driving and crime throughout the town, the cops chose to argue with a man exercising his rights to freedom of movement and filming in public rather than addressing actual problems. It was evident that the cop who initiated the confrontation needed to acknowledge that his blue uniform didn't grant him the right to lay hands on anyone. The man even suggested he take a cue from his colleague, who remained silent. Perhaps the other cop wasn't commendable either, but at least he didn't escalate the situation like his colleague.
You should be more like him, dude.
You weren't approaching him, you were approaching me.
Yeah, on the other side of your vehicle, you little scared-ass chicken. Don't be scared, bro. You should go flip burgers if that scared you. How does that scare you?
I'm not scared.
It bothered you enough to come and touch me. It bothered you enough to come and touch me. So you're in the wrong, not me. Unwanted touches. Just because you're in a clown costume doesn't give you a right to put your hands on me, bro. No, that's where I'm right. That's why you stopped. Chicken. You could have took it further than you wanted. You have no tape up, bro. You like, this is legal, bro. I can watch you from here. You know that, right? You know that much at least, right? Like, you at least know that much? I don't expect you to know a whole lot. Just because you're a cop, that doesn't mean you know the laws. It doesn't mean you mean. If that was the case, you wouldn't have touched me right now. For watching you. Watching you too close. Transparency, bro. Like, that's part of your job.
In the end, the cop decided to play it cool. He pretended to not care about being filmed, even though just a few minutes earlier he seemed pretty bothered by it. But our man wasn't backing down. He kept rolling from every angle, turning this cop into an unintentional YouTube sensation. The cop couldn't handle the spotlight, even started making a run for it. Finally, he made it to his police car and sped away, probably praying he'd never run into our educated cameraman again.
I appreciate your time, dummy. I really do. I'm just gonna stay with you for the rest of the time. Since you're the star of the show, Ed Dummy.
Imagine a cop so convinced he's above the law that he drives his police car wherever he pleases. This scenario unfolded when a construction site worker encountered such a cop attempting to drive through a fenced construction site. Concerned for their safety, the workers decided to stop the cop, but he escalated the situation by threatening to arrest them. Adding to the tension, he refused to provide his name and badge number. Great! Why was he afraid to give his information if he thought he was doing nothing wrong? Every cop, when in uniform, is obligated to provide his information upon request. Undeterred, the construction worker held his ground against the cop's arrest threat. Eventually realizing that the workers were not going to back down, the cop silently turned his car around and left the construction site. Bye-bye.
Have him run it.
What's your name?
Have him run it.
Can you please tell me your name?
Have him fucking run it.
I can. You just committed a crime.
I committed a crime?
Yeah.
What crime? What's the code, bro?
I don't know the code, but you drove through a blocked-off area. It's a safe work zone law in the state of Rhode Island.
Okay.
So you committed a crime.
Like you just said, it's private property.
Yes, but it's a safe work zone area. And I've had people arrested for this already.
I guarantee you haven't.
I guarantee I have. In the city of Pawtucket, yes, I have. But they drove through my coned-off work area and blocked off work area.
You gonna let me go?
What?
You gonna move?
No, I'm not moving. You're driving off that way. You're gonna wait for the paint to dry now. What's your name?
Have your trooper run my shit.
What's your name?
Because your trooper runs my shit. Not only am I gonna go fucking hook his ass up, I'll come hook your ass up.
So now you're threatening me under the color of authority too?
No.
Yes. What's your name? See, why won't you tell me your name? Because you know you're wrong. So you're gonna threaten me to have me arrested? Oh, McAllister. Okay. Yeah. What's your first name? Why are you scared to tell me? Because you know you're in the wrong right now.
I'm not scared to tell you shit.
Then why won't you tell me? I know you don't have to,
But you obviously you came up here. You just threatened me. You came flying through my work zone because you couldn't get through.
I thought this side was open.
No, that side was closed. You drove to that side, which is closed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you just pulled that. You came up flying through here.
Flying? Okay,
Yeah.
5 miles an hour. You're